Hey there, my name's Steve Schlange. I am part of Cohort 5, graduating in 2021 from UC Irvine's Masters in Human-Computer Interaction and Design. I thought it'd be interesting to do a vlog every week and just see how the year goes, because right now at week 0, we start on Monday, that's 4 days away. I've got a lot of thoughts and I'm sure my expectations are way off, so I thought it'd be fun to look back over the year. Some of you might be thinking about applying to UC Irvine or another program for human-computer interaction and design, or UX. And I wanted to share my thoughts on why I applied specifically to UC Irvine. I live in North County, San Diego, and one of the great things about their program was that it was low residency and it only took 1 year. The 1 year thing was a big deal for me because I have a family with 3 kids and a wife, and I didn't want to drag it on. And the low residency was huge too because I need to provide for them with my current work. So that's the reason I looked there, and they were nearby. So I applied, and I really wasn't sure what was going to happen. After I applied, COVID started ramping up, and I didn't know what was going on. I got the notice later than normal that I'd been accepted, and all the way up until probably a month ago, I still wasn't sure if I was going to do it, honestly. We were having meetings with the staff through Zoom and asking lots of questions, the 40 of us in Cohort 5, and I had a lot of issues because the big thing about the first week coming up is that it was supposed to be in person. We get to meet all of our classmates, and those bonds are going to stick with us through the whole year. We don't meet again until the spring, I believe. So about a month ago, they said that was going to be canceled, this first class. Well, the in-person part of it, we still have to do the work. And I almost asked for a deferment at that point, but in the end, I'm in a good season of life right now. My family and I are doing the tiny living thing, so I can afford to work part-time and then do the school. So hopefully my schedule doesn't go insane. They say 20 to 25 hours a week for the whole year. And so I'm just cutting back to 20 to 25 hours a week of work, and we'll live very bare bones and try to get it done. My background is in design. My undergrad is a theology degree, so totally unrelated. I did that for about 7 years, and then I moved into front-end development and design for websites. I did that for a number of years. I've been a freelance photographer. I've been a communications director at a large nonprofit, and now I am self-employed for the last couple of years, just doing design, print design, graphic design, logo stuff. As of lately with COVID, I've been doing some video work. So I do a mix of creative things, and when I came upon the concept of UX years ago, I thought, this is great. All these design decisions I've been making all this time with no information about the user, because I was working for myself or small companies where it wasn't a thing. I either didn't know about it or they weren't interested in it. So the research side of UX, bringing those things together so that I'm making informed decisions, just sounded fascinating to me. So late last summer, that would be 2019, I thought I want to get into UX. And so I laid out a course for myself. I basically looked at what other programs were offering and kind of created my own course, started reading books, and because I love learning for myself. What I quickly found out was that I wasn't going to be able to get into corporate work. At least this is my feeling. I might be wrong. It'd be an expensive, wrong decision if that's the case. But as I started studying and looking at other people and even applying for just normal graphic jobs, I realized my resume did not afford itself to get into the corporate line of work. I've been working for myself or nonprofits, and I wasn't going to get anywhere. So I had hit this ceiling in my career. I wanted to do UX. I looked at boot camps and those kind of things, but they just sort of seemed like a joke. And not a joke. You learn the right stuff, but for me, in my position in my career, I need the piece of paper. I need the piece of paper to get into the line of work that I want to be doing. So that is the main reason that I'm going to an institution like UCI versus a boot camp or anything else. I want their reputation on my piece of paper so that I can get my next job and really shift my career, from first gear into third gear in one big move. There's no doubt it's expensive. $50,000 for a year of school is a lot. It's the biggest bet I've ever made on myself. And yeah, right now I'm really nervous, but I'm also equally excited. We've been doing the pre-reading for the course. It's been 1,000 pages over the last 2 weeks. And although it's a lot and it's getting my brain back activated into school mode after 20 years of being out, it's good. It's the stuff I want to be learning. I already feel like it's different than my undergrad because there I was there for all sorts of reasons. But this time I know what I want to do. I've been doing similar things. I've been doing half the work for 15 years now. So I know where I'm going. I know what I want to do. So it's exciting for me to be able to learn and to have the potential to fill in all the gaps in my learning because I've been self-taught. So I really can't wait, even though I'm nervous about the workload. And, you always, I think when you learn something for yourself, I always have a fear that I'm not going to be good enough, that I'm not up to par. But in the end, I don't think that's the case. I mean, they picked me and my classmates out of hundreds of applicants. So all of us deserve to be there, and they don't pick people that aren't going to graduate. So yeah, I'm excited.